What's going on, everybody? Today I'm giving you players that stock went up or went down during the first week of preseason. Let's get right into it. Okay, and the first player is Jeremiah Love. And as we saw, Love really did look good. He had 14 touches for 73 total yards, but he did sustain a high ankle sprain, which definitely does suck. So his stock for me, it's kind of mixed. I mean, I think he's gonna be a much better value now going around that 2-3 turn, which I do think is a good spot for him. But he also might not play week one now, which is definitely worrying me about where he should be going in drafts. But his stock is definitely going to go lower now in drafts. You can maybe get him the third round, which I think would be great value for a guy like Love, who really did look good in this debut for him. He had out of 22 total snaps for the starters, he had 16 of those snaps compared to Algier 6. So it does look like he will be the workhorse in this offense when he is healthy and playing. And he did look good. Like I said, he was pretty efficient. We know he had that highlight play with that hurdle. So I do think if he's dropping down to the round 2-3 turn now, I do think that's pretty good value for him, and I definitely still like him in that spot compared. Whereas ESPN ADP is 13, which is just undraftable at that spot. And we got another rookie running back, Jadarian Price. And Price did not play in this game because of an injury, but George Kalani did. And he played into the second quarter and had 11 carries. And this is the great news for Price. I definitely think his stock is going up from this, as this showing that he's the clear-cut starter for this offense. I mean, there have been reports out of camp saying that Price and Helani and Wilson are going to be a three-man committee coming out to start the year, and I really don't think that's going to be true now. I think Price is definitely going to be the clear-cut starter come week one, and we just don't really know what's going to happen with Charbonnet, so it's a slight stock up for him. I mean, I have him over guys like Bashal Tuda now, not David Montgomery down, just if those guys are too safe, but he's up to my RB24 now, Jadarian Price, compared to where he was RB26 before. Okay, and the next player is Chris Olave, and this kind of isn't really from the preseason games, but Jordan Tyson did pick up a hamstring injury last week, and there was some confusion about what was going on with him over the weekend, and then we heard yesterday that he's going to be out for 2 months. This is very stock up for Chris Olave. I moved him up to my receiver 12, and I mean, I think he's going to be a stud to start the year, and I think Tyson getting hurt is really going to affect Tyson's stock the rest of the year. I mean, he's not going to be able to build more chemistry with Chuck. I mean, he's been hurt the whole offseason basically with this hamstring injury. So this is definitely a big change for Chris Olave. This definitely helps him a lot more. And I mean, he's going to be in that second round now. You're getting him in that third round value. He's definitely a second round pick or around that 2-3 value pick now, which is definitely where he should be going. I mean, he was the receiver 6 last year in this offense, and him and Chuck have great chemistry. So I definitely think he's going to be a low end receiver 1 now for really the whole year. And the next player is DJ Moore. DJ Moore was actually someone I was much lower on than a lot of people, but he looked really good in this preseason outing. I mean, he only played 2 drives. He had 3 catches for 61 yards on 4 targets, and that was on four targets on Josh Allen's 8 pass attempts. That's a 50% target share. I know it's a small sample size, but still. He did get a little banged up at the end on his third catch, but he said he could have returned if needed. It looked like it might have been a high ankle sprain, which would have been terrible for his stock as a receiver, but nothing like that. We're still 4 weeks away from week 1, so I mean, there's a lot of time for him to get healthy if anything is truly wrong, but I don't think there is. And yeah, him and Josh Allen's chemistry, they looked really good. And honestly, Allen was slinging the ball a lot. I mean, there were reports from Joe Brady saying he wants to pass the ball more now with McDermott gone. So if that happens, I mean, we could see DJ Moore be a great value at the 5th, 6th round area. All right, and the next player is Tetairoa McMillan, and his stock is going way up. The one key thing to monitor with Tetairoa McMillan in this game was what was his deployment? How was he going to play? Was he going to be playing X majority, or was he going to move to the slot? He moved to the slot. On 100% snaps played with the starters, he lined up in the slot on 44% of those. That is really good, and that's gonna mean that when he's in the slot, he's basically going to touch the ball. I mean, I think if Carolina can keep moving him around and instead of just having primarily X, he's really going to have a much better year than he did last year. And it's really going to help Bryce Young be able to get the ball in his hands a lot more often and easier. I mean, we know being a slot receiver, it makes the quarterback's job a lot easier. You can break in, you can break out, you can go deep still. I mean, so I think if Ted McMillan really is playing in the slot this year and he's going to be there for a good amount of the snaps, I mean, I definitely think you're getting him at a great value. Around the 3-4 turn area, he's really falling to now. And he's kind of moved to my rankings. He's my receiver 16 or 17 now, compared to he was like 19 before. All right, and stock up is Devon Achane. Everyone knows Devon Achane's great, but everyone's really been lower on him, including us this offseason. I mean, everyone's been concerned he's not going to be efficient or he's not going to catch the ball, which that is the one bad thing. He did not. On the one full drive he played this game, he did not have a catch or a target, but he did have 7 carries and finished with a touchdown. It's clear that Miami wants to get him the ball early and often on all times during the game. They want him to give him the ball. I mean, there's their head coach literally came out and said that they're going to carry him off the field after giving him 40 touches a game. So, I mean, he's going to have a really good floor. I don't think his ceiling is the same as it was in the past. I don't think he's going to be as efficient because of how bad I think his offense will still be. And honestly, the loss of Mike McDaniels really is being underlooked. It really is a big loss. I mean, McDaniels one of the best play callers in the league. He always has a great run scheme, and that's something we know that would really help Achane, especially one of those smaller backs that if space is created for him, he's gone. That's all he needs. So it's definitely still a question mark, but I did move him up my rankings up just one spot to my RB8. All right, and stock up here for Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson. This is before the Breece Hall injury, of course. Now he has that groin injury. We don't know fully yet what's going to happen with him, but if they said he's fine, they said it's not a bad injury, so I expect him to still be back for week 1. But they just played just one drive, Breece and Garrett Wilson, and they combined for 7+ touches and targets, and that is exactly what fantasy managers want to see from these two guys. If they're going to be getting the ball, if Reich's going to get them the ball early and often all game long, I mean, I think both of their floors is so high, and I think Garrett Wilson's ceiling is high as well. I think Garrett Wilson can finish as a top 5 receiver just because the Jets are gonna be down in games this year, and Geno Smith, we know he's a slinger. He's gonna sling the ball around. He's gonna throw it. He's not scared to throw picks. As we saw last year, he had 18 total turnovers. So, I mean, I personally like Garrett Wilson more than Breece, but I think Breece is great value as well. I mean, Breece looked really solid. He looked really, really solid. He almost broke off a 30-yard touchdown, but he got tripped up on his own feet. So I think Breece and Garrett Wilson here, both in that 3rd round area, both really good picks there, and I think that's really good value for both of them. Cam Ward and Carnell Tate are up next, and their stock is going down. I mean, Cam Ward did not look good at all. He was 5 for 12 passing, and he just did not look good at all. This is exactly what we saw from last year. Of course, he's going to always make those highlight plays, but he just did not look comfortable in the pocket, even when the O-line was playing well and giving him time. And then that's going to affect Carnell Tate, of course. I mean, Carnell Tate had three targets and 0 receptions. Obviously, it's just their first game together, but we definitely need to see Cam Ward look better in these next upcoming preseason games to really be able to draft either of them confidently. I mean, I think Tate in round 5, it's honestly a bit of a scare. I mean, we know Dave was a great OC, and he's not scared. He's not going to hold back on his rookie as we saw with Neighbors. He just gave him the ball a million times a game. So I really just think if Cam Ward can be much better and look much better than he did here, which I definitely still think it's possible. It's still very early on in the offseason. We still have 3 weeks to the NFL season starts, but it really does hurt Carnell Tate if Cam Ward cannot put together a solid season here. And I think Carnell Tate in that round 5 area, it is a bit of a question mark. Like I said, I mean, I'd rather take guys like Mike Evans, maybe even Christian Watson and Marvin Harrison Jr., who also have question marks, but I think their ceiling might just be higher than what Carnell Tate is giving you. Okay, and our last player is Jonathon Brooks, and his stock is going down. I mean, a lot of people are starting to be really, really high on Brooks. He's starting to go in that 7th to 8th round area now in fantasy drafts, which I think is just absurdly high. I mean, he hasn't played football in 2 years. This was his first game in 2 years, and he did not look good. He did not look good at all. He had 3 carries for 5 yards, not efficient, nothing. He went down very easily when he was contacted. So this is not a good start for Brooks when his value is really skyrocketing right now, and I definitely knocked him down in my rankings. And also, I just think this Panthers O-line did not look good at all, really, either in the first game. Their O-line was actually a strength last year. It looked really, really solid. Honestly, it's been a strength the last 2 years. So if their O-line is getting worse, and then Brooks, if he's not gonna play the part, I mean, this can definitely still be Chuba Hubbard's backfield, and Brooks can just be a committee back, and you're drafting him way too high right now. I mean, I really do think if you're taking him in round 7, that's absurd. There's guys like Mike Evans in that ADP, Joe Burrow. There's a bunch of other backs that are much safer and honestly might have the same ceiling as Jonathon Brooks in that range. Like guys like Jalen Warren, Tony Pollard. Those guys are way safer and can both finish as top 24 backs compared to where Brooks may not even finish as a top 30 back. I mean, he might not even be the starter for this team the whole year. I know. But I'm personally a big fan of Brooks. We've said this early in the offseason, but he's being valued way too high now. I was a fan when he's going round 10 and you can take that risk and it just doesn't matter if he sucks or not. But if you're taking him round 7, you're really banking on him to be your flex or your RB3 or potential RB2 in that range. And that's just not something I want to really take there when he could really just be a nothing for your team the whole year. And especially people thought that he's going to look really good in this preseason game. He did not look good at all. He didn't look explosive. So I really do think that Brooks' stock is going down, and I would never take him that round 7 to 8 area. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, if these guys' stocks should be going up or down, if there's any other players that are moving around. And don't worry, Rob and John, my 2 partners, they are not gone. They're just on vacation right now. They will be back in a week. Don't worry. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more live streams, more videos this week. And, yeah, peace out.